Hello, 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 and welcome to the Youth Netball Premier League. Got it. Review update show with FBL Broadcasting, part of the Canadian Corporation. We've got Richard Tweed with us, who I am sure you all know likes to give us his views and tells us exactly what's happened in the time over the league. And it's our last one. So what do we do here? What do we do, Richard? How do we begin this? What do we do?
Well, we're going to begin by doing the draw for the Under-16 Netball Cup. So we got a big event next Saturday, and it's bringing together some of the elite Under-16s team in the country, but not in kind of any old tournament. A fast-paced, unforgiving, unpredictable barnstormer. If you want the upset, this is where you're going to find it. Because they're 10-12-minute games, depending on what stage of the event we're in. And it's kind of like going to the last quarter of a game and you're drawing. And it's go for it, go. And the speed of the play, the
times 10, mate. There's no doubt. You feel the energy. It's just immense.
Yeah. So it's going to be an incredible competition. Make sure you book your tickets, come along, support it. We had some fantastic turnouts for our grand finals at the under 12s, 13s, Youth Netball Premier League grand finals in particular. And yeah, that energy and that enthusiasm from the crowd makes the events. When you haven't got that energy or you haven't got that participation from the crowd, the events are still good, but they don't hold as much. You don't remember them as much because that's what you remember these events about. I was listening to Talk Sport last week about Rangers when they beat someone in the UEFA Cup, and all people were talking about was the atmosphere. They were saying it was just the best thing ever because the whole stadium was shaking because of the fans and how much energy they generated inside the stadium. And no one who went there will forget, what they experienced. But without that crowd, it wouldn't have been the same. So crowd participation for us as a business is key because number one, obviously it helps support the event, but number two, it generates that enthusiasm, that energy a lot of teams actually need in order to do better. When you have the so-called elite playing, one way of getting on top of them and kind of discouraging them is by having a kind of patriotic crowd behind willing the other team on. And we saw that, and we'll talk about that in regards to Turnford versus Grangetown in the under-14s competition. Grangetown had the majority of the crowd behind them, and that generated something.
Yep.
That generated an energy that kind of got them to the finishing line. So it is massively important that people turn up and they support. And but all in all, it'll just create a better day for everyone involved. So there you go. But we're going to do the draw for the ENG Under-16s Netball Cup. Is Daisy here?
Yeah, Daisy's here. I just want to quickly... we'll bring Daisy in. Do you want me to bring Daisy in?
Yeah, we'll introduce her.
Right, Daisy, just before we drop you in here, yeah. Daisy sneaked in on us while I was having our private chat, didn't she, Richard?
You didn't hear much, did you, Daisy? Martin was
talking. She heard everything, mate.
Martin was talking about gigabytes and data and hard drives. And...
A bit boring, to be honest.
Thanks, Daisy. Love you too. Excellent. Thanks, Richard. Love you too as well, mate. Right. Yeah. Just going to say, I spent a good couple of hours in Wickham the other day, and you'll testify to this, Richard, trying to sort this data issue out.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Daisy, get your pillow.
Now I can tell you, I have gone through all the networks. I've even given them a whole list of things they need to do on their own personal network. Richard, wake up. Now listen. How dare you? Just to let everybody know out there, I have worked my butt off to make sure this broadcast without any 4G errors. But again, I'm only held responsible by the 4G network. That's the only thing I can say. But I'm sorted it.
Daisy, you can sleep better at night now. Martin sorted the issue.
All you got to do when you want to go to sleep, if you can't sleep, rewind this little bit and press play. Repeat it. You'll be asleep in no
Sleep
time.
in second.
Exactly.
What's that condition people have? Is it insomnia where they can't sleep?
Yes.
Yeah, mate, you are the remedy for millions of people around the world.
You are not funny.
Right, let me introduce this young lady. She is we met Daisy when she was 12. She lit up the court playing for Tameside in our ENG Under-12s Netball Cup. I didn't think she was actually human when I first met her. She's iconic because not only did she just take our breath away of her talent. She was the first. Were you captain of that event, Daisy?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Well, I liked Daisy initially because she used to do these little speeches for me. She used to get the microphone and she used to turn around and go, "ENG, you're the best. Thank you so much."
I wouldn't say it was that far.
You did. I've got it on video as well. So she's the first person or captain to lead a team to an ENG national competition, and we've done several since then. She also, this is her claim to fame as well. Not only is she a great netballer, she plays for England. We dropped that in as well. Under-17s England player. But this is much better than that. She captained Kingsway Power to the first ever win in our Netball Cup knockout series national event. So whatever she does turns to gold.
Daisy, do you want a job at FBL? Because I could surely do it. The help. It would be great, especially, 4G network problems.
Yeah. Martin, I nearly went there. Daisy, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Yeah.
How's the netball?
It's going good. I mean, I thought everything would be settling down now, but it's not. I mean, is it next weekend that I'm here?
Yeah, you're with us next weekend. Yeah. So how do you feel about that competition?
Obviously, a bit nervous. Obviously, we want to go there and win. And there's some good teams in there. But I'm excited, yeah.
Well, yeah, when people look at the teams, I had people messaging me today. They were saying, "Oh, Bury, Kingsway Power, that's gonna be the final, whatever." But in these competitions, it's not as straightforward as that because these
can go anyway,
aren't they?
Yeah.
Well,
it can go anyway.
Well, you nearly got beat by your under-14s team in the regional round. Do you remember?
Don't remind us.
It was Martin. Let me give you this because while you were stressed out in Oldham with all your problems, with a million problems you had,
yeah,
Daisy was stressing out because the under-15s played the under-14s in the quarterfinals. Now, on paper, it was a relatively easy win. So they jumbled up the team a little bit because they thought, let's rest some players for the next games or whatever. It didn't really go to plan because the under-14s were absolutely mashing them up. So then you get, in those classic films where they get the cavalry. On comes Daisy. On comes, but it's still a bit temperamental.
Touch and go.
Daisy's coming on and she's like, I need to change. But they were playing superbly, weren't they?
They were playing really well. I mean, we play each other like week in, week out, but I think it's totally different with like a 10-minute game and in an actual tournament situation.
And at the very last second, there was a bit of controversy because the under-15 scored a goal. Some people didn't believe it was in before the buzzer. Some people did. But it goes to show you in these type of competitions, yes, you have the favourites, but you start slow. Like you beat Bury.
Yeah.
And Bury won the most recent England under-16s national netball competition.
Yeah.
So the under-15s Kingsway Power team beat Bury in the regional round. So yes, you do have the favourites, but when it's a 10 or 12-minute game, it's a completely different.
It can go anyway.
It can go anyway, and you might get beat against someone you not expect to get beat yourself. But what we're going to do is we're going to do the draw, and Daisy's just going to give us some feedback on the on the teams coming out and what she thinks of the draw. Okay. Are you ready, Martin?
Mate, I'm ready. Well, yeah, as much as I
Are you
can.
ready,
be.
Daisy?
I'm ready.
This is the most exciting thing that's happened to Daisy all week.
What's it like playing for England netball?
It's amazing. It's just like a totally different experience. It's
Is it?
really good. Yeah,
Do you feel like proper VIP when you go there, Daisy?
definitely. Yeah.
You get like hotels and all your meals covered for you?
Yeah. Although they're always watching you, so.
See, Richard, this is what happens, right? When you earn like 50 grand a year, like she does, they get all the free hotels and everything. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? It's just unfair. People like you and me, we've got to rough it, and pay for it ourselves. Yeah, Daisy there on 50 grand a year.
Well,
Daisy's going, no, I'm not. I'm not on 50 grand. I wish I was.
Hey, Martin, no, Daisy reaps the benefits of being talented at something.
Oh, okay.
Me and you, we ain't got no talent, mate.
Mate, I've got talent. You've already said I can put people to sleep in seconds.
True, I agree.
Forget about night nurse, night smiler.
Well, one thing I used to like about playing international sport was the kit.
I'm sorry, what was that? Sorry.
Right, Daisy, I'm going to ignore him because he's, you know what I mean, trying to spoil this international conversation. But when you put the kit on, don't you feel like $1 million?
Yeah, it's a very special moment.
Yeah, it is. It is a cool thing. But I always remember getting given a kit. This is the story of my life. I remember the kit being laid out for me on the bed in a hotel, and it was creased.
Oh, no attention to detail. What?
I'm walking around in a Northern Ireland kit, and it's creased to smithereens. I should have been better and played for England, shouldn't I?
Well, you could have got an iron, mate, and ironed it yourself.
No, you don't do that at that age, mate.
No. You don't even do it at this age, do you?
What is an iron? What is it?
Yeah, exactly.
But before we get stuck in, I'm going to give everyone the gist of how this is going to work. So we've got 12 teams. See, even Daisy's interested now. We've got 12 teams. We've got 4 of the best teams from the south, the east, and the north. Now we're going to have 4 different sections to the draw. So we got 4 pots. So the pot 1 is for the champions. Pot 2 is for the runners-up. Pot 3 is for the 3rd place teams. And pot 4 is for the 4th place teams. Now, we've got 2 groups of 6, meaning 6 teams in each group. There will be 2 champions in one group. There will be 2 second place teams in one group. So potentially we could have coming up a draw where you've probably got 2 champions and potentially 2 runners up in, which is going to be disastrous for some teams. Because then the top 4 teams in each group will qualify for the last 8 semi-finals, final. But we will do a load of games to work out who is number 1 to number 12. So there'll be plenty of game time for all the teams. But hopefully people understood that. And here we go. Here, hold on, get this. So the numbers are on the screen.
Yeah,
so
I've got 1 to 12 down. All of group A. As you pull out and you seed them either in group A, I'll pull out the group Bs into another group. They'll disappear from that list.
Yeah, cool. So Bury is number 1. They won the North. Magic is number 2. They won the South. Stratford is number 3. They won the East. Daisy, out of those 3 teams, who do you not want to play?
All of them.
No. Daisy, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You have to pick one, Daisy.
Oh, that's hard. I mean, they're all great teams. I mean,
we hear that a lot. They're all great teams. I can't say which one. Come on. I reckon it's Thunderbirds.
I reckon it's Bury.
I don't know because obviously
you're supposed to say, "Oh, it's Magic." That's what you're supposed to say. Go on.
we don't play Magic and Thunderbirds probably as much as we do play Berry. So
How do you usually do against Berry?
I mean, they're a great team. Say it again. Me on the spot here, gosh.
That's the whole idea.
Like for me, Daisy, just who would you not want to play?
Until the final.
Until the final.
Probably Berry. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, we knew it. We all knew it. Just wanted you to say it. That was all.
Okay, so the runners up is Kingsway Power under 16s, Aces Netball Club, AP Saints under 16. So Kingsway Power was the north, Aces was the south, and AP Saints was the east. Yeah, we won't ask Daisy about who she'd rather play in that one because she doesn't know Aces and she doesn't know AP Saints too well. The third place teams is Kingsway Power under 15s, TTNC Warriors, and Poole Netball Club. Now, Poole Netball Club, this is their under 14s team. I think they got maybe a couple of 15s, 16s in there, but predominantly it's their under 14s team. They just won our Youth Netball Premier League.
Oh, you spoiled it for later. We're going to tell everybody.
So that's a dodgy little. That'd be an interesting game, Daisy.
Definitely.
If you had to get them in your group. They're a very good, slick team. They remind me a little bit of your team when I first met you back in the day.
It'll be a good battle then.
It would. Then we've got the fourth place teams, Grangetown, who were fourth from the north, Team Bridge, fourth from the south, and AP Saints under 14s, who were fourth from the east. And AP Saints under 14s, again, very talented team indeed. So here we go. Let's see what the score is. I've got my.
You've got all the mod cons there, ain't you, Richard?
When you're successful like me, do you know what I mean?
Don't have a crease top.
This is what success looks like, everyone. So here we go. Group A.
I love it.
First team in it will be.
Can I do like the FIFA, draw like that? It'd be brilliant.
Number three.
So they're going to be in Group A, correct?
Yeah, Stratford. They're going to be in Group A.
Right. So the next one out is going to be in Group B. Is that correct?
Yes.
I think I understood this, Daisy. I'm not as thick as I thought.
Oh, and it's
number one,
which is Berry. So Berry in Group B. Then it should be, if I got my numbers right, Magic in Group A.
Ta-da!
So Stratford Magic in Group A. So the two champions in Group A, and Berry avoid playing any of the champions.
Ooh,
so, that's what happens.
Lucky Berry.
When you backed me £100.
I thought it was 1,000.
Daisy, you still got time to send some money.
Come on, man! You're on 50 grand. Come on, share the wealth.
I'll give you 25% off, Daisy, if you because I like you and I sponsor you. Okay. The next set. The next set of teams.
You couldn't write it. You couldn't write it.
We've got Kingsway Power, Aces, and AP Saints. So this is Daisy's Kingsway Power team coming up now. And
so now, are you going to do? Sorry, go on.
The first team will be going straight into Group B.
Okay.
Because we've got 2 in Group A and we've got 1 in Group B. So Group A is Stratford and Magic, and Group B at the moment is Berry. So the next team that comes out will be with Berry.
Why don't you just do the next one out stays in Group A and the other 2 go to Group B?
No, because then it no. Right, you ready?
What have I joined?
Let him have his thing.
He's going to work out in a minute. He's not going to have enough numbers in there. That's what it is. He's going to go, oh, hang on a sec. I've done that wrong.
All right, here we go.
So they're going to be in Group A, yeah?
B.
Number
5, which is Aces Netball Club. Aces.
Aces.
Okay, and Aces. So now we're going back to Group A. So Bury and Aces in Group B. And the next one out is number 4, Kingsway Power. So Kingsway Power, you're in with Stratford and Magic. What do you think, Daisy?
Ooh.
Yeah, we going to do it. So, quick question, Richard.
You missed Bury. There we go.
Is that my team or is that the year above?
That's your team, Daisy.
All right.
You're fighting in the champions part of the league, the big mighty players. What
And the last team, which is the runners-up, will be number 6, which is AP Saints under 16s.
And where are they going?
They're going in with Bury and Aces.
Thought as much.
So AP Saints. See,
Why
Aces, AP Saints and Aces have got a bit of a rivalry in London.
Ooh.
Ooh.
They could bring that rivalry up to Birmingham, can't they?
Yes.
Right. So far, we've got Stratford, Magic, and Kingsway Power under 16s in Group A. We've upgraded your 15s to 16s. Okay, Daisy, in case you're getting confused.
All right.
And Group B is Bury, Aces, and AP Saints. So the next set of teams is our third place teams, which is Kingsway Power under 15s, Team Bridge, Warriors, and Poole Netball Club. So here we go.
So hang on a sec. So if you get Poole, are they going into Group A? Whoever you pull up.
Going into Group A, yeah.
So if Poole get pulled out into your group, this could be revenge time because Poole beat, didn't they, Kingsway Power at some point?
Yeah, they did. They did beat their under 14s on the other night.
So this could be like, you may have picked on them, but now we have our revenge. You're playing us. There we go. Let's see who we get.
Do you think like that, Daisy? Do you think, they've beaten my under 14s? I'm not having that. I'm gonna.
Yeah, well, we are a club, aren't we?
There we go.
Oh,
love it.
That's fight talk, Daisy. Calm down.
Clipping that, putting that out, fighting talk. Yeah, we're going to have them. Just do the sound bit for us, Daisy. Just say it.
Right.
We're taking them out.
Email is number, what is it? 9?
9. Number 9, which is Poole.
It's Poole. So Poole will be going in with Kingsway Power, Magic, and Stratford. What a group that's turning out to be.
Oh, that's definitely well worth the money to go and see and watch that.
And number 7, which is Kingsway Power under 15s.
So they're going to the other group.
They go into Group B.
That means yes.
Okay, so we've got one more. Sorry.
Yeah.
So this is going back into Group A.
Yep.
And it's number 8. Meaning Team Bridge Warriors are in Group A. This is officially the group of death.
Oh, how do you feel, Daisy?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You're thinking, oh my God, why did I say what I just said? Because now we've got to play Poole.
We've seen many examples how the netball gods like messing around with the ENG events.
Oh yes.
Okay, so finally we've got the 4th place team. So Grangetown, TTNC Spartans, and AP Saints on the 14s. Seriously, if Grangetown go into Group A, it is going to be an all-out war. In particular, that group is stacked. So we've just told the netball gods.
Jess just joined us behind the scenes, by the way.
So here we go. Coming out first is
number 11.
So they're going into Group B.
They go.
TTNC Spartans I'm not sure if it was the Spartans or Warriors that come. Well, I don't know. The Spartans.
It's
Yeah,
sure.
Spartans were definitely the fourth place team. So before I do the last two teams, we've got Stratford Magic, Kingsway Power under 16s, Paul, Teambridge Warriors in Group A. And in Group B, we've got Bury, Aces, AP Saints, Kingsway Power under 15s, and Teambridge Spartans in Group B. Last two teams come up. We told the netball gods that if Grangetown go into A, that's going to make that group stupidly difficult for every team in there. And here goes. Are they listening, Daisy? Do you reckon?
Probably not to you, no.
She knows it already.
And we've got number
12.
AP Saints under 14s. There we go. So they weren't listening on this occasion.
No.
And to cap it off, number 10, which was Bridgetown.
So AP Saints are in Group
A.
Group A, yeah. And Grangetown Group B. Right.
So to finalise, Group A, Stratford, Magic, Kingsway Power under 16s, Paul, Teambridge Warriors, and AP Saints under 14s. They're in Group A. And in Group B, we've got Bury, Aces, AP Saints under 16s, Kingsway Power under 15s, Teambridge Spartans, and Grangetown Netball Club in Group B.
There we go.
The top four teams from each group will advance to the quarterfinals. The teams that come 5th and 6th, they'll go into a playoff to play for, is it 9th to 12th? 9th to 10th? Yeah, 9th to 12th. But ideally, you want to be qualifying for the top 8. Daisy, before you go, give us your thoughts on your group.
Which one's my group again?
Group A.
Group A. So you've got Stratford, you've got Magic, you've got Paul, Teambridge
Are you
Warriors.
sure I'm not Kingsway 15s?
No. I've told you already. You've been upgraded to the 16s.
Oh, right. Okay.
Don't worry. It's very political. And so what do you think about Daisy?
Well, obviously it's a tough group, but both groups are tough. But I mean, some big teams in there.
Oh yes.
Hopefully they will come top 4.
Do you think you can reach the top 4?
Yes, I think we can.
Give me a number.
We're not going there to lose,
Daisy.
are we? I'd say. Well, you've got to win big, so let's go number 1.
Yes, that's the way to do it. That's the way to say it.
Well, it's going to be. I think whatever happens on that day, it's going to be an amazing event. Again, hopefully we get the support the event deserves, because don't forget, a lot of these teams, they're at an age now where they might start dropping off from sport because they're going to college or university or sixth form. So this could be their last hurrah before they probably might not play competitive netball ever again. So I'm going to make sure we give them the best kind of send off. But all in all, should be a great competition. Daisy, I can't wait to see you next week. Look forward to it.
Can't wait to see you either.
Oh. And how about Martin? Do you looking forward to seeing Martin?
Yeah.
All right, you were so convincing there, Daisy. So convincing. Thanks very much for that. I promise not to talk about gig
drama for no reason.
Hey,
I remember that. Oh, there seems to be some technical thing with the live stream. You can't see your team playing. There we go.
Right. You remember that, Martin?
I wouldn't do that, people. I really wouldn't do that.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you next Saturday.
You too. See you
Bring your A game.
Always will.
Good to hear.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, Daisy. Okay, there we go.
Right. Happy with that?
Yeah, mate. These kids now, they don't mess around no more, do they? They just stick it on us big time, don't they?
They do. It's brilliant, mate. I love it. I love the way that they interact. I think they've got that personality now as well, haven't they? They've grown up with.
She basically said, you send her to sleep, leave Richard alone with his little cups and his little his mixing bowl.
Yes. And we're going to smash. We're going to smash Paul.
Martin, you're sending me to sleep, Martin. Richard's got a mixing bowl and bingo balls. What a joke of what a human being.
Yeah.
And Paul, don't ever beat my under 14s team ever again.
Because they're going to show you. Going to bring it.
So
wow.
There we go. Well
Excellent.
Done to Daisy for being a good sport. And
yeah, definitely. Thank you for coming on.
Good luck to all the teams next week. Should be a fantastic competition. And don't forget, book, come down, support. If you saw the footage from the under 12s, 13s competition in particular, it was incredible, the atmosphere we had in there. So let's try and recreate that. And I don't buy into this. They're 16. Let's not support them. Garbage. At the end of the day, that support network, regardless of age, is paramount. So
definitely, without a doubt.
See you next Sunday. Or isn't it? Yes, next Sunday. It's not Saturday. It's Sunday. Don't turn up on Saturday because no one's going to be there.
What's this Saturday then? Look at the face.
I didn't hear you. You glitched out.
Oh, sorry. I said, what's this Saturday?
This Saturday we've got our under 11s event.
Nice.
The Sunday after is the under 16. So
not the Saturday, but the Sunday. Yeah.
We'll see you next Sunday. Good luck, and let's do it. But we're moving on now to our review show. So
I forgot we do the review show.
We've got some Grangetown players in. We've got.
So bring them in. We've got Jess, Lola, and Evie.
Jess and Evie.
Jess is hiding behind. Oh no, she just took herself. Look, Jess looked very. Oh, look at that. She's gone professional. She's got a blurred background.
That is quite cool, actually. Is that the camera?
Yeah, she's got a good camera. That's what it is, Richard. See, and there's Evie as well.
So. That's professional. I've got to say, Evie's one of my favourites interviewing.
She's got sparkle
Evie's one-liners
behind her. So, Lola, you've all got your mics off, by the way. It looks like.
Hi.
See, that's very.
Hi.
That's all professional, everyone. That's exactly how you do it. But you lose a star because you should take that off as soon as you go live. But I'm impressed that you all turned your mics off. Do you know there's so many adults I know, Richard being one of them, who don't do that. Well done. Excellent. There you go, mate. How professional is that?
Well,
I mean,
Martin,
yes, again, blurred background, loving that as well. Looks like she's in a hangar, though. Is there hang on. Is your Boeing 747 out the back there? A private jet, then.
I've met a few kids in the netball world who probably do have a 747, mate.
Exactly. I don't have a little jet. I have one that has a party in the sky thing. That's what it is.
But we've got 3 of Grangetown's superstars from their under 14s team. They were incredible on Sunday in our ENG under 14s Youth Netball Premier League Grand Finals.
See, not even you get it right, the Youth Netball Premier League. So
nearly got it wrong. I had to regroup there. A bit like Grangetown, they had to regroup when everything was going right for 1 second. Then it started going wrong. Then they had to regroup and get the job done. But girls, that was like... You showed a massive improvement in the league, and we've talked about that many times before. Defensively, as a team, you are just, as a unit, you're incredible. And in my program, I actually predicted I think a top 4 finish was probably the minimum expectation for you. But that kind of was thrown into a little bit of doubt because you had Turnford in your opening game. They had won the previous season, and they had beaten you the previous season in the quarterfinals. So I actually forgot about that as well. So it's kind of a bit of revenge time, but you knew it's going to be difficult. How confident were you? And Martin, if you can pull up the footage while we're doing this of the Turnford game, Grangetown versus Turnford.
I can.
So how confident were? And by the way, Martin, before we go on, I was watching that back the other day. Superb work, mate.
Dude, thanks, buddy. Oh, you don't usually say that to me.
So let's start with the Jess. How confident were you going into that game Sunday that you could beat a formidable team like Turnford?
Well, I think we all knew exactly what we were coming against, and we all mentally prepared that it was going to be a battle, but everyone needed to be in it if we were going to win it. And the fact that we were all in it made me more confident every second of the game.
Well, right. I'm quite good at giving my perspective because I'm outside the box. I have no need to really lie or say things that are not real. But basically, the first 2 quarters in particular, you dominated as a team. You really stopped Turnford from playing. You frustrated them defensively. Like Coco is an amazing shooter. You seem to stop the ball getting into her really well. Like you just sucked the life out of the way they got the ball into the final third, and especially the shooting area. But when we got into the third quarter, there was an opportunity for you girls and your team to really push on. And all of a sudden, you started to do everything you possibly could to allow Turnford to come back into the game. Now, the question to you, Lola, is, did you feel that playing? Did you feel, what are we doing here? Like, this game is practically won, but we're kind of throwing it away. Did you feel that as a player during the game?
Yeah, there are definitely some points in the game where we did give away silly mistakes and stuff like that, which isn't normally like us. We normally carry on through the third quarter or the second half. But I feel like the nerves maybe just got to us a little bit.
Yeah, because it was, did you, and this is to you, Evie, like, you're beating a prestigious team like Turnford, a team that was predicted to potentially win the competition. Sometimes is it harder to kind of cope with being in front against a team like that than actually being behind?
Wait, can you say that again? I can't really hear you very well.
This is why I love interviewing you, Evie.
No, I'm actually being serious. I actually can't really hear you.
So is it
volume
easier being
I have turned my
behind?
volume. I just can't really hear him.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Can you hear me okay, Jess and Lola?
Yeah.
See, she's doing it on purpose. I know.
Have you got headphones?
No, it's fine. Just keep continuing.
Okay.
So, Evie, like, is it easier to sometimes be behind than be in front against a team like Turnford?
What does behind mean? Oh, why do I have to get the hard question?
Like losing.
Like behind, as in losing.
Like they got 5 points, you've got 3.
Is it easier to play Turnford losing than it is being in front? Because it seemed to me, the more in front you got, the more nervous your team become.
Yeah, I think it's better to be in front because we're winning.
Exactly.
But it seemed to me, and you might be able to answer this one, Jess. Why it seemed to me your play kind of, you started to freeze a little bit when you were 4 or 5 points up, because there was a point where you could have gone 6, 7, 8, but then you started throwing the ball away a lot more, missed shots defensively, making a lot more mistakes. Do you feel the nerves were really building as you got towards the end?
Well, I think we do well under pressure, and I think it was a bit of like a shock that we were leading by so much, and I think we didn't play our own game at certain points, which then allowed them to catch up to us. So sometimes we do well when we're losing compared to when we're actually winning.
Well, do you know? This is to you, Lola. Do you know when you started to pick your game up again? When you were actually losing, because Turnford went ahead, and you managed to actually score in the last seconds to turn it into an extra time scenario. So, how kind of relieved were you that you got the draw in the end in normal time?
I was quite relieved, but there was that part of me that kind of knew that we could have had a clear win instead of having to go into extra time. But I also feel like our team sometimes thrives under pressure as well. So I feel like that was quite a good learning curve for us all as well.
What's it like watching that footage? Did you feel nervous just watching it?
To be honest, yeah, my heart's beating quite a bit watching it because I remember how nervous I was playing. So
have you watched it already, or this is the first time you've seen it?
First time I've seen it over because I normally don't watch myself.
Right, I'm going to take her off if she's not bought it now.
Yeah. This is
Why do I
North
bother,
Korea,
Lola?
Lola.
Why do I bother?
North Korea. Well, Martin, if you can kind of go to the extra time part.
Oh, there we go.
Because it started to be goal for goal in extra time. And
Right.
it was, you literally were seconds away from going to the first ever ENG netball penalty shootout. Were you aware the game went to a penalty shootout if you drew it?
No.
So 5 of you would have to go up and shoot from 9 foot away. How would you have felt about doing that?
Yeah, that'd have been brilliant. Sorry, I like when that things happen like that. Oh, sorry.
No,
Were
that
you
would be
aware of that?
No.
So
Can I just quickly jump in? At this precise moment in time, what was being said?
I think we were probably being told to play our own game because that's where we kind of lacked. We started playing more to their game than we did. So we were told to like take a breath and carry on.
Yeah. I can imagine that. Yeah, but I could imagine you must have been so nervous at this part of the game.
Yeah.
Where did Evie go? So
Evie's.
My camera is on. I've just connected my AirPods, and honestly, today is just not a good day. Honestly.
I'll tell you what. Come out the studio, and then come back in, and I'll bring you back in. That might work.
Thank you.
Okay, Evie.
Oh, God.
I love tech.
So here we go. Look, it's the extra time here. What's the umpire? No, yeah, because the ball got turned over. Yeah, I can remember that. So you had the initial centre pass, and then it got turned over, and Turnford were in the driving seat here.
Hang on, she's back. Can you hear us? Richard, talk. Let's see if Evie can hear you.
Can you hear me,
hear
Evie?
you now. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Right, can I have the setup next time? Can I borrow that next time I got to speak to Richard so I don't have to hear him so much?
Right, going back to the penalty shootout, would all of you, because you would have to pick 5 players to like a football penalty shootout.
Oh.
So would all 3 of you been happy to take a free throw shot from 9 foot away?
No.
I think I would.
Well,
you would have to.
Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't want to because I'd be really nervous, but I probably would have had to.
Because people think a 9 foot shot is relatively easy, but when the pressure's on, it's not as easy as everyone thinks, is it?
Yeah, it won't have been.
You see this new camera that is this middle one here that's moving left and right. It zooms in, specially purchased for these finals, right? To zoom in. When he told me about penalty shootouts, I was like, man, I need to zoom in. I need to be able to move that camera because I want to see exactly how you feel when you go up.
What one would you have done, Martin? Would you have done the side camera?
No, what I would have done, it was I had it set up, was I had a camera on, so that obviously the right camera there, yeah, and then I'd actually split the screen in half where we'd actually see them shooting the shot as well. So and I'd pan in as well into their faces.
I'm just looking at the thing. It's 2019. They've just.
So at this point, what are you girls thinking? You've gone down against Turnford.
You've got 2 minutes to go, girls. 2019. What are you thinking?
I was probably just thinking best performance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you still believe you could win the game at this point?
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
Right, because if I'm not mistaken, the ball should be turned over now. Yeah, the ball. Right, here we go. The ball gets turned over. So I think if they'd have scored that, girls, you'd have been done.
Yeah.
You'd have been. Now, how nervous? There you go, Lo.
Oh.
Oh, what happened? Oh, the umpire gives something there. I don't know what happened there.
Oh my gosh.
I think that was this is not, so Lola. We're gonna watch this play out before we move on to your semi-finals and final game. So, yes, Lola. So now it's your centre pass, and there's not a lot of time left because we were struggling to work the timer, so we didn't have the timer on the big screen for the extra time. But here we go. When your shooter scores. Yep, 21. So here we go. So Lower just scored again. So I think Turnford should score now. God, you must have been nervous, Lola, shooting those shots and that.
Yeah, definitely was.
So here we go.
That says it all.
Here we go. Right, it's good time. It's not long left. It's 30 seconds to go.
I think we've got. Shall I bring some sound into that as well?
At this point, Martin, I think there's about 30 seconds to go in this game.
I think so. Looking up at the clock there on the top right.
Here we go. Bang. Now we've got about 10, 12, 13 seconds to go. Now, your defender does something really good here. She manages to push the ball onto Coco. If she wouldn't have done that now, you see that?
Yeah.
She pushes the ball onto Coco and it's your throw and it kills the game. If she wouldn't have done that, Turnford would have had the opportunity to maybe take one more shot.
Ooh.
So that's done. You won that game. So you've got beyond Turnford, which is a massive achievement. You then played Poole Netball Club in the semi-finals.
Can I ask? Sorry, carry on. No. I'm jumping out. I'll jump in my. It's fine.
So you played Poole in the semi-finals, and to be honest, for the first half in particular, a bit like Turnford, you more than matched them.
Yeah.
It seemed I think midway through the third quarter, you lost your way a little bit. What was it? Was it hard to keep up with their intensity? What was it about Poole that was so good?
I don't think it's
we were really tight.
Poole. You
One
guys.
at a time.
Go on, Evie. Go on, Evie.
I think we put all of our energy into Turnford because we really wanted to win them. Like last year, well, it might be last year, they won us. And I think we wanted to beat them and prove a point that we are better, as we did. So I think we lacked in the third quarter and fourth quarter.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's the danger sometimes of those big games. Like it can actually mentally drain you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in theory, that Grangetown Turnford game, that's more of a semi-final type of tie. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you didn't really have that initial game to feed yourself into the competition. You had to kind of go pedal to the metal straight off. But all in all, were you still happy with your performance against Poole? Is that a team you potentially might play them at the England national event? Do you feel you can give them a better game next time if you were to play them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, Jess. What do you need to do to potentially beat Poole next time?
I think we just need to make sure that we stay focused throughout the whole thing. And if we do start losing by some, don't lose our heads and keep fighting for every single ball. Because there were certain points where we did silly errors when people were a bit like out of it almost. And then that's when we started to lose it. But once we got ahead in the game, it started to show that it would have worked had we kept it the whole way through.
Lola, what's it like being a shooter against Poole's defence? Because Katie and Martha, they take no prisoners, do they? They're not.
Yeah.
They're not the tallest of defenders, but they're just really good at defending. What's it like playing against them?
It was actually quite unusual because I've not really met a defender as quick as the goal defence who I had. Like, she'd randomly have bursts of energy where she'd go for the ball last second and get it, and I was thinking, I could have got that. But their defence was really good overall.
And Evie, what mid-court dynamo as you are, how did you feel you got on against their mid-court players?
I think I did well, but it was quite hard to get out on the centre pass as they were building a wall, so we had to adjust to that. So
you do.
Sorry.
No, go Evie, go.
The defender that I had on, she was really good. She keep on top of me, trying to get in my head and stuff. But I just played my own game and yeah.
How do you? So is it? Because Martin, I think with Martin's live stream, he massively improved all the competitions because a lot of teams were doing their homework on other teams and teams going to the England Netball Nationals in a couple of weeks' time. There's no reason why they can't access this. How do you? Because I noticed the best teams, or the teams that win these type of competitions, they really make it hard for teams to get out on their centre pass, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you? how are you going to go about identifying how to be more successful in the centre pass?
Well, we just need to work on it in training, and then just try our hardest. Like, just do what works, really.
Martin, could you go quickly to the Grangetown Pool game, and let's see if we can identify how Pool's set up on a centre pass. And Jess is probably our top analyst. She can probably tell us how this one.
I think they did a wall.
Like literally like a brick wall.
I think they did the same as Turnford. Was it, Lola? Or not?
Yeah, Turnford definitely did the wall.
Yeah.
What is the wall?
Yeah, so 3 of them drop on the line. Jess, you can explain it because you're the
They
first.
jump on the line.
Yeah,
so you can't get through.
Yeah.
So what, they just put 3 players in a line?
So
yeah, so if the defenders step over the line, then the centre drops back.
Okay. So is that something you can implement into your game? How do you set up on a centre pass?
Oh, should we give that away?
We do like one. No, we're not giving that away.
We're going to show the world exactly how you set up now.
Maybe we change it up each time, though.
That'll change. That changes. So
well, let's see if we can identify what Paul do. So I wonder who gets a centre pass here. Let's have a little look.
Probably them. I lost it.
Yeah,
Jess. It might
I
be
lost
them.
the last one.
No, it's
Is it
Grangetown. It's Grangetown.
No.
Can you remember what you did?
Yeah, here we go. So let's see if we can have a look at. So what's going on here now? So is the wall being built as we speak?
I think
I'm not sure.
not yet.
Not yet. I can't really tell.
Right, what we seeing? So we've got Katie looking at one of your attackers, and what's their centre court player doing here? What's her thinking?
She's dropping
She's gonna
back.
drop.
So whoever runs out, she's just gonna go and follow them.
She's gonna double up on them.
Yeah.
So predict what's going to happen here quickly. What's that centre going to do? Tell us.
Drop on the person who's gonna go out.
Yeah.
Probably you then, Evie.
Yeah, probably Evie.
Yeah, probably.
So you reckon the centre is going to just track you, Evie? Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what they normally do. So
I think they
let's
should
have
do
a-
that.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
unless I do with you, I'm not sure.
That's £15 if you want to see the next bit.
Here we go. Stop.
Oh,
you
she
good?
didn't.
She did. So you got out quite easily there, to be honest.
I know she didn't do what I thought she did, so that's easy for me. I'm happy with that.
Is early in the game? Is it quite hard? Do you have to kind of go a couple of minutes into it to kind of get to work out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first quarter is normally the hard quarter because we don't know how some people, like we knew Turnford were going to do the balls, so we tried to adjust for that. But on theirs, we didn't know anything, so me and Lorna had to just like try and work that out. And then second quarter, then we finally figured out what they were doing.
So they kind of stick to this certain set all the way through each quarter, then? Is that what you're saying? So that you can adjust to it and you know how to attack it?
Yeah, we have different options of how to attack what the other team might do. Yeah. So that helps as well.
Is it a bit of an NFL playbook where your coach will say red 2?
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of. Not like that though.
Blue 32. Blue 32.
Do you shout stuff to each other then?
No,
So
I think
we
it's
read
more
off
like
each other.
unspoken. Like we just kind of adapt to each other's play and know how each other want to play. So we just do that like unspoken.
I was going to say, have you got like the mother's look then? You know, at that certain step.
Me and
Right,
Evie,
I'm gonna do this.
Yeah,
me and
you normally talk about it. And then Jess has this like special connection where when we do something on the line, she knows to come back and she knows that we might need help.
Right,
We're glad that Jess comes back. So
I've just thought of something. If they're putting a wall up, why don't you go backwards then?
Yeah, but
that is one of
the
the
defenders
options.
catch on to that.
Yeah.
So how often will you mix up your centre passes?
Very often, all the time.
Yeah, most.
We don't do it the same.
It depends on what the other team do.
Right, press the play button, Martin. Let's see if we can identify different ways of Grangetown, how they're getting in and out of. Because in the first 2 quarters, you were relatively successful in my eyes. There was not a lot between the two teams. It's just that you kind of burnt out as you got into the third quarter because they were kind of relentless. They just didn't give you an inch to kind of relax, did they? Their mistake ratio was non-existent. But let's have a look on the next. Let's see how you cope with the pull. So, Evie, what's your job when it's the pull centre pass?
Normally, me and Lola can flood, or we can just keep tying our defenders.
And what do you mean by flood?
Like, we put our arms up on the centre. So, like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So, like, she's actually got 3 arms on her. If you get what I mean, like 3 arms in the air.
All right, here we go.
Well, maybe not 3, but 2 times 3. I don't know what I saw.
It honestly depends.
I suppose at the same time, it's really, you've got to get back to the centre pass quick, because that means the other team doesn't set up as quick.
Yeah, that's what we like. We normally get there quick because it's easier for me, because then I can like be more switched on than them. If you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it must drive you quite wild if you have someone who slowly goes and plays.
Yeah, yeah. I get really annoyed with them.
I've just noticed there, Martin.
What's that?
I've just noticed there that when Paul played their centre pass, Grangetown hadn't set up.
Shall we rewind it a bit?
Well, just do it. Just let it play through. But I think that's a key thing. If it's your centre pass, you've got to leg it back to the centre? You've got no other option, because you want to catch the other team out. You don't want them to set back up again. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah. So someone who plays that centre pass, if you kind of stagger back, stop doing that, because that's not good.
It's not a walk in the park, people. We're playing a game here.
Yeah,
definitely.
It was a tough game, but you did play Eagles in the 3rd and 4th playoff. It was kind of a convincing win. Were you happy with your 3rd place finish? Was there any doubt?
Amazing.
Yeah, so happy with that.
Yeah.
Does it show progress for you as a team?
Yeah, it shows amazing progress.
5th to 3rd.
Yeah.
Massive improvement.
And next season, top 2 maybe?
Yeah,
First place.
definitely.
That's what I like to hear. 1st place. That's it. I can see that happening, Grangetown. I can see that happening.
Yeah, I can see it too.
If you would have played Kingsway Power, just say you would have beaten Paul and you played Kingsway Power in the final, do you reckon you would have beaten Kingsway Power?
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think we had a shot, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we would never know, because that never materialized. But because you were fantastic throughout the whole great win against AP Saints in our cup competition. So we'll be seeing you at our nationals on June the 26th. I'll be seeing a lot of you in the next coming months and stuff. But just keep doing what you're doing, because whatever you're doing is working, and you're great as a group of players and characters. You're absolutely incredible to work with. So well done, Grangetown, and we look forward to seeing you again in the future. But
before you go
on, Mark.
I've got this burning question, and it's not about gigabytes. What was it like to play on that court?
I actually really liked it, because obviously the day before we had a bit of a feel for what it was like, because we played our AP Saints game there. So I was quite comfortable playing on there.
Yeah, I really like the court.
I mean, I love the court. I mean, when I turned, Richard will tell you, I was like a kid in a candy shop when I turned. I was like, man, look at that. My camera's going to love this. I mean, the way it's laid out and everything. But for players, Jess is smiling there. I mean, does it bring your, I don't know. I mean, Richard, you need to be commended about booking this venue. There is no doubt about it. It's one of the best. The staff are amazing. They're really helpful. And the quality is, second to none. But for you girls to be able to play on, obviously, a court like that, I mean, when you approach, do you go, whoa, this is it. This is mainstream stuff. This is.
Yeah.
Is that what you like?
Yeah, it makes everything feel more real.
Do you feel like kind of a Super League player when you're out there?
Yeah, even with the crowd as well, like the camera and everyone filming, and like having it being hosted properly and letting us run on and stuff. It just
whoa! Don't pick him up, girls! Don't do it! Don't do it! What'd you do that for?
Yeah, Lola, you're my favourite. Evie's not my favourite anymore.
Oh, Lola.
So you like the running on then? You love the you why do you love it? Because we'll be honest here, Richard. I think a couple of people have said stuff about it, but I think it's a great thing. Does it make you feel like champs? You're coming on. It's like I mean, all you need now is trumpets, don't it? Incoming now, Greenstone!
Hey, Martin, do you know what we had an idea. Now, before you go, me and Martin talked about how I can potentially improve the experience. Do you know that the Eye of the Tiger, that's your theme song, isn't it?
Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah.
Right. How would you feel? So the next national event you do with us, how would you feel if I got a live singer to sing that type of song?
Yes. Yeah.
Would you think that's a bit cringe, or would you think this is gangster?
No,
That's
this is
cool.
gangster.
We'd be the coolest team there. Yeah.
So I'll get the guitar warmed up and the microphone, and I'll be there.
I didn't tell you it's actually Martin going to be doing it.
I can do it. I can do it.
But no, but again, Martin, we'd say this all the time. The more support the event gets, the more gimmicky stuff I can throw into it. It's not a problem.
Gimmicky or add to the passion, add to the atmosphere.
Saying,
It's not gimmicky, is it? I hate that word. So
these venues don't come cheap. The medals don't come cheap. Umpires, they're expense. But the more support, that's the next thing I'm going to do. A live run on with a professional singer.
There we go. See, can I just? This was one of my questions. I weren't going to ask it, but I'm going to ask it now. I keep on clicking on the wrong thing. Hang on, let me just click here. Right, so here we go. When you won against Turnford, did you look towards the audience?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
How many there were supporting you?
There was like
Four.
I had one, but there was quite a few from the club.
No, 3 actually.
Martin,
See,
to be fair, Martin, they come the furthest.
Yeah.
And they have the most supporters.
Really?
So
but
we had a lot
I tell you what, but what this is the thing that everybody's like, oh, I should only be promoting the live stream, and it's not. If you notice on any of these review shows, I want to see that full up because you girls deserve that to be full up. That was an amazing game, well worth going on to Sky Sports, even though we know FBL is better than Sky Sports, but because they got the money, we'll just call it Sky Sports, right? But I look at that and I go to myself, that should have been rammed. This is a national finals. You girls gave it all you got, and all the other teams as well. Again, I know obviously your family, you had the most supporters, but still, that should be rammed, mate. That should be rammed because it adds to the atmosphere and it makes you girls feel better. Does it not?
Yeah.
When you come off, was there anybody you phoned? Did you, were they watching the live stream or they weren't even bothering and you still phone them or text them or they text you? What happened when you beat Turnford? What was your feeling and what did you do next? That's surprising. I might, do you know what? Let me just quickly do this because to zoom into their faces for that question would have been better. Was it like, who did you want to tell first? Or did you run up to somebody in the stalls and say, a big hug, like, yeah, we beat them. What was it?
I just remember looking, like we were still all together as a team on the sideline. And I just remember looking at the crowd and seeing all the parents and family who'd come to watch. So they're like jumping up and down, cheering for us all.
Yeah.
And then obviously my parents told other family members about how much of a tight game it was as well.
Yeah.
So it's always good to have.
They can watch it.
Yeah.
But this is the point. You see, I see you as athletes. Like people say, oh, it's girls' netball. I said I see them as athletes, which you are. Yeah, I see Richard as an event organizer and me as a broadcaster. Yeah, and I see those seats bare, not bare, but tiger bear. No joke. Anyway, so my point is, Richard knows how bad my puns are. So to you, what that's my question. What did you do first? You looked up into the stalls. You want to see people with banners, don't you? God, come on, guys, yeah. You know what I mean? And then cheering you on. Because if that was full, if that was, no standing room either, that place would have, honestly, you'd have been able to hear it like a Wembley Stadium scenario. That game was amazing. And that's what you deserved. And, congratulations on your win.
We will, Martin, we will get there one day. We'll get there one day.
Yeah, but what you want to do, girls, you want to say to people, come down and watch me. I mean, some people can't, and that's what the live stream's there for. But you saying, like, you know, I mean, hopefully I haven't put a dampener on your thoughts for that day, but you know, it's just that sort of thing of, you know, how far did you have to come? Where did you have to come from?
It was
England.
like 5 hours.
Middlesbrough. So you're
Yeah, it
talking
was like 5 hours.
5 hours.
Martin, we can't discredit Grangetown support.
No. I'm not discrediting that, but I'm just saying though, you look at that, and I'm just saying about how I love to see that packed out and the cheering and that amount of energy you put in.
Do you know what I should do?
Go on.
I should actually start contacting local schools and saying, look, if you've got netball fanatics, come on down.
Do you know, that's a great idea.
That would be a good idea. Yeah, that'd be perfect. Take to schools, come on down, support these future Super League netball stars.
I tell you what, yeah, it's a great idea. Or even get your friends to come down. There you go. Get them supporting you. That'd be even better, wouldn't it? Or maybe not. I don't know.
Well, girls, it's been a pleasure having you. We look forward to seeing you again soon. But we're going to speak to the champions next, the pool girls. So maybe they give us some, you know, watch it on YouTube, and they might, you know, give us some info about how they played against you and stuff. But thank you so much, and we'll see you very soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Shall we bring them in?
Bring them in.
There we go. Here they come.
Oh.
Walking down the street.
Hello.
Just trying to be happy because we won the league. Hey. Sorry.
Yo, sorry about Martin. He's had too much coffee today.
Yeah, talking about which, I need a top up. Where's my kids?
Hold on.
We're
You've taken that picture off Sasha of that boxing bag.
No, we just took it off. It was you. We just had to get rid of it real quick.
Oh, I thought that was it.
Oh, that we know the saying now.
Flies, butterflies.
No. Don't like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You're learning about real legends now, girls. Real legends. Muhammad Ali. Right. Well, talking about Muhammad Ali, he was known for knocking out people. But girls, not literally did you knock out your opponents, even though Martha sometimes tries to. But your performance on Sunday, I can't think of you were to me, you were inch perfect. There's not a lot in your performance which I thought you could have improved upon. Feedback from you. Did you feel you played your best netball on Sunday? One of you can answer it.
Okay. Well, I think we did play very well, and in the final, I think we really came together as a team. I think that was probably our best match in units and team-wise. But I do think that in different other like competitions in different places, we have played better, and it's nothing to do with where we were. It's just on the day, you know, we work as hard as we can, and if it like sometimes it doesn't flow as well as you know it could. And I think that we have played better, but I think that it was a really good performance in the final.
I think during the day we got better and better.
Yeah.
Like we were really wanting to work for one another. So like Chester first game, obviously I don't think we started our strongest at all. But like by the end, we were really like playing for one another.
I think also like the good thing about our team is no matter what's happened like off court or what's been said in interviews or what's been said with other teams, when we go on the court, our team all comes together to play if we want to win, and that's what matters really.
Yeah.
Do you like? Everyone kind of knows the backstory because we do love a story here at ENG. You know, we've promoted kind of your rise to the top. Then we kind of documented your fall, a little fall. It wasn't a big fall, but you were expecting.
I was going to say, it wasn't a big fall.
It wasn't a big fall, but for a group of athletes like you who have high expectations of yourself, it probably was. It was in reality, it wasn't a big fall, but probably your perspective, it was a big fall.
Well, I was just going to say, in that, I think that it was really good for us as a team because in the end, we ended up working harder from it because obviously we love winning. We love being national champions. We love having successes, but that's why we worked so hard after that. We worked
really hard into training, into everything, that all the opportunities that we had to really come back and just, you know, be the best that we can be.
And it's to make sure that we're like prepared as much as we can be for the top comps. And this was a top comp and we did go for it.
Yeah, because Martha actually took the words out my mouth, actually, because were you grateful in a way that you kind of did lose last season, because it gave you a bit of a reality check? And it kind of made you realise, look, we are a good team, we are a great team, but we cannot
and we're not
lower
on
our standards.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, you know, going forward, now you've got a big national netball event coming up in a couple of weeks, England netball event. Would those performances in that competition get you the win there, do you think, or do you need to improve?
I think the most important thing for us going forward is our mindset. Like thinking, it is a confident boost winning the national championship on the weekend. However, if we change our mindset thinking, we're like the best now, no one's going to beat us, we've got this in the bag, that's when you start going downhill, because it's like, I don't have to do this much as training and work so hard. So if we keep our mindset and we play our best on the day, I do think we have a good chance.
And like having confidence and not being arrogant, like they're two different things.
Exactly.
There's a big difference between being confident in our ability and being arrogant. Like I would never really want to feel, as a team, we know that we would never want to feel like, we're unbeaten and go into a match, any match at all, thinking, this is fine, it's easy. Like every match we want to do the best we can. You never know, like a team could have improved massively since last time you played them.
Exactly. Like, for example, Grangetown, like we didn't know how much of a threat they were.
That was a tricky game, wasn't it, girls?
I think personally that was our hardest game on the day. I think it felt the hardest to me.
Well, they gave you a good run for your money up, and I was talking to the girls. I don't know if you saw it, but up until the midway into the third quarter, it was relatively neck and neck. You did eventually break them down, because that's what good teams do. They break people down. But was part of you thinking, we weren't expecting this?
Yeah, because it was really difficult to prepare.
And Sasha, for you, was it a difficult game
I
playing?
We knew they were going to be up for it. They just came off of like a win that they were really proud of, which they should be. But we knew they were going to be tough. We knew, and also we'd heard from others like you, Richard, that they got like the best defense and everything. They were up for it. And considering like our defense had been out for 8 months,
you're right there, Martha.
We matched it. Like we went for it.
Well, based on what you just said, Sasha, Lucia, what was their defense like playing against?
Well, I think as a team, like we did expect them to be very physical. Like we've heard that from other people, like Hayley was saying about it. So they were physical, but I think at the end of the day, we're not a team that just have one game of playing. We're quite good at adapting, and I feel like me and Izzy at that time, we did adapt to the way to win ball off of them and I think it did end up working. But they weren't. I'm not going to say they were like completely easy as they were.
No, of course not. But I think Martha and Katie also in defence altogether, they were communicating.
They played amazing.
You stepped up. There were lots of tips, and they weren't just being like left. They were chased after, and that's what we converted into the goal in the same fourth quarter. There was lots of things that defence really chased down. Yeah,
we just had to adapt halfway through, and I think that's one of our strengths as a team. When it is in a tight match, when we come into the team talk, we do keep our composure, and we do calm down, and we kind of adjust to how the other team's playing and adapt from that to kind of essentially get us a win. But
the whole time through, like the whole of the match, you've got like Martha saying well done to us, like when you're at the goalkeeper end, you're screaming right to the other end, and let defence turn.
I love that.
I always hear Martha in the back of my ear. I'm like, thanks, Martha, really hyping us up. But defence, praise the attack, I praise the defence, and it just.
I think also, obviously, we play Turnford quite a lot, so we know they're one of the teams that you could say how they play. But Grangetown was a team we went into that really knowing not much about them. So I think we used the first quarter to kind of see how they played and what we kind of had to do, and then
Yeah, and obviously it's daunting going into that because they've just beaten a team that, Turnford are an amazing team. They always push us for a really close game. They always challenge us, and they just been
anyone's
team that we haven't played recently. So obviously we're going to be a bit obviously they're a great team. And we want to go in and just try our hardest in that match.
So when they beat Turnford, what did you all say to it? Were you
I was
like?
going to ask this question, Martin. Go on, Martin.
So what did you all just look at each other and go, "Oh my god, what's going on"?
Well,
No,
I think. Well, it was literally going. What was it? It was literally the last minute. It changed to whoever won. So
Yeah.
Turnford, we
Last
know,
second.
we know they're a top team. We didn't get to see their game, but it sounds like it could have just been like a bad game for them, or it could, you never know. We weren't watching the whole thing, and I think it could have swung literally either way because it was one goal in it. But we turned around. We didn't know at all how it was going to pan out, but we just remember the pressure minute of us just watching.
Yeah, when you think of Turnford, they are one of the top teams in the country. So I do generally think Turnford just had a bad game on that day, and Grangetown played amazing. And I think Turnford had a bad game on that day.
But I do think Grangetown pushed them, and they did because they went.
I think seeing both on their best form could be a really good match.
Yeah, it would be. That would still just be so close, I think.
All right, here's a good question for you. Were you happy you weren't playing Turnford in the
Well, to be honest with you, Richard,
be honest, come on, be honest.
No, I think I would
whoever you got was going to be hard. There was one goal in it. Whoever you got, it was going to be hard.
I think also you can go down either a route of how Turnford play, so it would be better.
But they know how
better to play them, or it's better to play Grangetown because you know that because you haven't played them, it's not going to be like us.
And obviously,
Richard, you're shaking your head, but it is true. We've played them.
Martin, have they answered the question yet?
Mate, I just hear a lot of mumbling. I hear a lot of wording going on. There's no answer there. It's like speaking. It's like speaking to politicians.
Martha's answering the question. They're Sasha and Lucia are doing their best.
I'll even mute myself. I'm going to push this button and mute myself. Go on,
Martha. So
I'm being honest because we've played them so much. It's literally like we played them every week now. I would have rather played Turnford because we know how they play. I know. I'm not going to give away all our secrets, but I know stuff that I can do in the circle to try and, win ball. Obviously, Coco can adapt to that, but she's an amazing shooter and their whole attack can kind of adapt. But I feel like we play them so much and there's not, I know you're going to hate it, but there's not tons of rivalry.
Yes, there is. It sells stuff.
Yeah, but
don't say that.
Vice versa for the attacking end because defense know what we're doing, if that makes sense. And then we know how they shut us down. So I'm just knowing a lot can be either really great or really down.
Sasha, when you found out you weren't playing Turnford, were you upset because you wanted to play that game, or did you think happy days?
Well, I'm always nervous. Everyone will back me up. I'm always nervous. We're going
you're
into
literally the
Grangetown.
most panicky person.
I'm always nervous. That's fine. That's how I deal with it. That's how I deal with my adrenaline. So no, we had Grangetown. I was still nervous. I wasn't going to be yes, we've got it in the bag.
Because when I used to do football competitions back in the day, when a team you didn't want to play got knocked out, you're like, yeah, get in there, happy days, easy road to the final, blah blah blah. Well, surely you were thinking that, because that game between Turnford, it's not just a game of netball. It's the ultimate rivalry in youth netball. It is the best rivalry in youth netball. Were you just happy not to play that out? Were you happy just to think we've been there, done it?
I don't feel like there is as much rivalry as you guys make out because I feel like off the court we do get along with them, most of them. I just feel like you guys create the rivalry more. That's just me being honest.
Yeah,
surely not. How dare you?
It's completely fiction. It's all fabricated.
And they're all respectful. No one's gonna
Richard.
They're all respectful,
Are you going to stand for that, mate? That's outrageous. Saying that we drum it up.
I just do. That's just my personal opinion.
And obviously,
Lucia, you speak for everyone.
You speak for everyone. Yes.
And the question about Grangetown or Turnford or whatever it is harder playing against a team you don't know because you literally just don't know how they play. You go out there, they could use speed, they could use physicality. You literally don't know. You have to, in the first quarter is when you suss it all out. Second quarter, you're going to still be head to head because you can't just put it away like that. And it's third quarter, fourth quarter where you really have to go for it, otherwise it's not going to go.
I was watching in the Turnford match. I think, it was when they were against Turnford. I was watching a bit to see, how the shooters move because I thought we might have them. So I just thought, I have to watch both. And I was having a look and I saw that the goal shooter was holding on the front quite a lot. And so I was like,
sorry, Martha, what does that mean?
Okay, so she stands in front of me to get the ball. So she would like keep me away from the ball.
Yeah.
Sasha, stop it. Okay. And so if
what's she doing?
I'll kick you off the stream. Sasha.
Martha just said if she stands in front of you, and what does that mean?
No, she said no. She didn't say that. She didn't say that.
He's getting defensive now. Look.
No.
No, he didn't.
Martha, what did you say?
Oh, I can't remember now. But anyway,
she gave a netball abbreviation.
Sorry.
Holds in front. Okay, sorry, holds in front.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I was like, I went into the match, and because as a player, you need to have so many different like skills and tricks. Like going back could be one, go forwards. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's loads of different tricks. But then in the match against me, like she used different movement, and I was like, oh, okay, right. I wasn't expecting this. Like I was expecting to hold in the front, so I'd like kind of prepared myself. But then you just got to adapt to that, and I feel like it was similar. Like through court, we'd watched a bit, but then like they'd adapted their game, and we had to adapt ours.
Yeah. Well, and I think that was the difference in the end, because you kind of adapted a bit quicker than to Grangetown, and once you've kind of got used to the way they played, you dominated the game, you won the game, and then you set up a final with Kingsway Power, and it didn't. Like I said to Hayley, I said, as a team, you've played the best netball so far today, like quarterfinals and semi-finals. You were at that point the best team in the competition based on performance. But for me, even though Kingsway Power probably hadn't shown their best, I thought they probably were waiting for that big performance against you. But it didn't materialize. That your intensity in that first quarter was just unreal. Was that the plan?
Well, we knew that like Kingsway Power, their reputation is like amazing, and we knew we had to get like a good start because like their shooters don't miss, do they? They're always in the right position. They bring the ball above their heads. They're very drilled. They're very good. So we knew that a good start was really like what we were aiming for, and that's what we got. But like just because you got a good start doesn't mean you're going to keep it through the whole game.
Like our coach was saying how our defence, like Martha and Katie, played the best they've played in like 8 months. So I think that is definitely what like really helped us because we converted that to goal. But you guys made the turnovers, so yeah, that was definitely a positive.
No, I think that your performance, Martha and Katie, in that final in particular, was just by far the best defensive partnership in the country at this level.
So it was amazing.
Grangetown.
Grangetown.
Changing your words now. Oh.
Yeah,
hold on a minute. When did I ever say Grangetown had the best defensive unit in the country?
No, but to be honest, I would be happy. I'd be a happy second to them. I think that they're amazing. They're so quick. So I'll be happy.
The way that the way that Martha and Katie come together, especially in the last month. Like me and Izzy were watching from the line. We're just like, oh, that's nice. Get that interception for us. That's nice. No. We were just watching what is going on. Like this is amazing. Like
what?
Like that, but still.
Martha, what were you doing? Because I watch Kingsway Power a lot in the leagues and stuff, and incredible team. Like
they are
the way they move the ball.
It's very slick.
But you kind of, I've never seen Kingsway Power run out of ideas. But whatever you were doing defensively, they just didn't kind of have the options they normally had. And for me, what is it you were doing? You feel, I know obviously marking certain players in different positions, but was there a certain tactic of how to defend against them to stop them playing the way they play?
Not really. I feel like as a defensive unit, because, well, like I'm going to try and explain it in like not netball terms so you can understand. If everyone's marking their players and it has to swing, like in the circle, if I'm on my player and Katie's on her player, there's no options there. So then we need to keep the pressure on the people on the circle edge to get a turnover, because if the ball goes over, then me and Katie then have to go like to the other side, because obviously it's going to the other side of the circle. And so I feel like it was just a constant like I feel like it was just a constant movement around in the circle and just the changing of like body angle and positions that really kind of helped, because they are very quick players. They're very quick on their feet, and like a couple of times I was like, they ran to the post and I was lost. Like, I'm being honest, like I was lost. Watch the live stream. No, honestly, a couple of times like the ball went straight past and it got to the post and I was like, wow, like I could have got that. I completely missed that. And I was just
So
like,
you've rewatched the live stream, have you?
yeah, I've watched it.
Oh, okay. Nice to hear.
My dad was watching it from home, so I watched it when I got back.
Okay.
So, for me, I was surprised at how relatively comfortable that win was. Did it seem? It's a question I ask like all the time in these certain games, but you be honest. You must have thought it was probably a little bit easier than you probably would have thought. Was imagining.
I can it obviously no, the score was great. Like it was.
I need a new rivalry.
No, listen, it was great.
So you do
Exactly.
You do create.
No, I'm just joking.
But it felt goal. I know you're not going to believe this, but it did feel goal for goal. Like the way it was going down, they weren't missing.
Yeah.
It did feel. You say obviously the scoreline was decent, but it did feel very tight. It didn't feel like
every time the ball was coming down, I was like, I have to turn this over to get another goal. Otherwise, it was still loads of pressure. Every shot that Lucia or Izzy were taking, I'm sure they were like, oh, this has to go in. I have to get the rebounds. If it
I think
doesn't.
also with a team like that, because you know how good they are.
They can come back.
Yeah, they can come back. So it's not like, oh, you're 5 goals up now, you're safe. Like at quarter time, our coach was like, although that's 5 goals up, that's not a lead because they're such a good team. It's 2 interceptions and then it's back. So I think that was really important. Like the mindset thinking, carry on. We still need to get the biggest gap we can,
and still doing that extra drive and still going for it. Like not just slacking off a little bit,
the final whistle's blown, basically.
And working it in. No like stupid balls or anything unless you can clearly see it. Like taking your time, patience.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, it was a super professional performance. Martha, did you come in after those 3 games? Did you kind of feel I played really well today?
Come on, Martha. Yes.
Come on, Martha. Did you feel it?
Yeah.
Martha.
No, you never. I was in the car with Lucia, actually. She'll know. I never really feel like, oh my gosh, I've literally played mean. I feel like there's this is gonna sound like, oh yeah, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, whatever. But I always feel like
nice of you to answer the question. Right, okay.
There's so much you can work on. I watched it back and I was like, oh my gosh, I could have literally got so much more than I got. And I know you're going to make fun of me, but there was
that's
if I could have done.
If you read, I don't read a lot, but if you read books on high performers, that is a quite a common trait of a high performer.
Yes, Mark.
They're never happy. And they'll always pick fault because they always will strive to better themselves. So I could give you 10 MVP awards, but you still will find something you can improve on.
That one year you didn't get it. Why didn't you get it? There you go.
Oh, do you know what?
It was I don't know, 5 minutes before you got the award. I was looking, I was like, Martha, you're going to get something in a minute, didn't I? I fully said it to you, and you're like,
I didn't know what she was saying. She was going like this, and I was like, what is she going on about?
I was like, I was like, that big trophy, you're going to get it. She was like, she's like, what are you on about? I was like, just wait. And literally 5 minutes later, you went, Martha. I was like, oh.
It looked, because Lucia won an MVP of the tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Martha's won one. Sasha, you got MVP of the whole entire league. So it's a huge achievement. So over 10 games, you are number 1.
Gracie.
Do you reckon? Do you reckon? There's going to be a campaign soon to kind of block pool players from getting MVP.
You're the only person that cannot choose us. So that's fine.
It's. Do you know what?
If you don't want to choose us, don't choose us. But
exactly, we're not going to make it public.
I can't hide from the truth of what I'm seeing. Unfortunately, that's the thing. But you must be relatively.
Yeah, and Gracie also, and Katie got it the first year that we did it.
Yeah. Katie got player of the season for the league.
And ones to watch, you got Izzy the first year, I think. I can't remember.
Izzy got ones to watch, and Gracie got the All-Star team.
Oh God, my hair's going so grey in that video, Mark.
Look.
Oh, girls, one day you'll get old. But were you relieved that process? Because the process for you started the minute you lost that grand finals. Were you relieved you've done a full circle to get that over and done with now?
And the double.
It was proven to ourselves, I think. It was like losing that game. We remember walking off and we were all just looking at each other like we didn't do it. Like we didn't do it. And there's no reason. We just didn't play as well as them, like fully. Like it wasn't like like whatever call at the end, whatever that didn't go away. We lost by, what was it, like 10 goals, 9 goals, and that was the most disappointing thing. It wasn't even goal for goal. We fully let go in the fourth quarter, so we just knew every single match we played, like, don't give up until literally
and
the
also
last second.
As a team, winning is the best for us, and that's why we work so hard to
stay prepared,
to keep training and stay prepared and all of that, because we love winning. Like, we love it.
Winning is fun.
Winning is yeah.
But we do go back and forth in regards to rivalries and creating a lot of hype, blah blah blah. But you must think, you know what, this victory is even more sweeter knowing that everyone in the country knows how that storyline went. You must welcome that type of environment. Would that victory been just as good if there was no hype, there was no interviews? Yeah. Martha, get off the line.
What's that? So I was lining something up.
It is a win. Doesn't matter if anyone's been like trash talking us. Like the win's still a win.
Yeah, but like when you look at the score, that score for yourself, looking at it, seeing how well
it's so like satisfactory when you have a win and it's a big score. You're just like, wow, like we did it.
Yeah.
Well,
but if you love the journey, though, I mean, like
journey, that's what I'm talking about. The whole journey getting to that point.
I thought you were talking about the journey.
I know. I was going to say 3 hours. Like what?
Oh, here we go. Martin, put £1 in the pound pot.
I'm doing it now, mate.
They travelled 3 hours. Everyone
should pay for petrol for us to turn up.
You didn't pay for petrol.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, wow. Pay for my petrol if you want, Martha.
Yeah.
All right.
but it is a journey, isn't it? From the start of the season to the, I mean, you've won the double as well. You've not just won the league, you won the championship. So, and Richard had been really busy updating those social media profiles.
Great for it, but all that match play, honestly, amazing. Like compared to what we get here, traveling up there, playing all the teams that can help develop your own game of netball. Really like amazing. We're so grateful for it. We are. Yeah. But yeah, we are.
Obviously, we're not going to be mean to you all the time. Like it is good. We do enjoy the event
a little bit.
So, what did you think of the court then? So, I asked this about the Grangetown team as well. I mean, again, Richard needs to be big clap. I love this place. I mean, he's smiling, look, from ear to ear, because I've actually given him some.
Every time you give me praise, Martha will sit there and just take a drink, like
No, it's good. I like the court. I think it was really good that you got a really nice.
I like the court, Martha. I love the court. I love the staff there. They're amazing. I love the way they've helped me with a broadband so that everybody can watch your amazing gameplay.
Oh, everyone, get your pillows. He's talking about data.
I'm so confused.
Well, we will be seeing you again next week in the under-16s Netball Cup.
Yeah.
Right. What is the aim in that? Because you are winners. Is it? Surely you're not going to that competition. Oh, we're not 16, so it doesn't matter. No. What is your thoughts going into that competition?
Oh, it's going to be so difficult. We already know it's going to be so difficult.
You do know Kingsway Power have got a bullseye on you. That.
We know it's another level. Yeah. Obviously, we can go for win, but we know it's going to be like a whole nother level up. Like, amazing even seeing other teams what they do and like putting that into your own game.
And we
are going for the win, obviously, but
practice as well.
Exactly.
I think it will really just be for learning for us. Honestly, it's like it's going to be. I think it's going to be really difficult. It's 2 years up. Obviously, it's going to be difficult, and I think we've just got to try every match and. If we lose and if we played well, then that's all we can do.
Can I just explain something from my old and which were younger days? I played chess and I played against when I was at secondary school. So don't smile like that, Martha. You're sniggering there, right? So there was competitions first, second, third, fourth years. Yeah, I was the only first year to make it through to the last 15. The rest of them were fourth years, and except one other third year. Age doesn't matter, and you've got the talent, all of you, to beat anybody.
Height matters a little, though.
Huh? Oh, height.
Yeah.
Well, you say that though. You can just run under the legs. It's fine.
If I'm against a 7-foot-tall shooter, I'm sorry, but I'm not getting anywhere near that.
Martha, you think of me?
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is
Well,
fine.
do you know, like, I don't know if you, but well, going back to what Martin said, like, we've got Daisy Lee's playing in that competition. She's an England
She's
international.
incredible.
Yeah.
She's not happy that you beat her under 14s team.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not gonna take
I love that.
back.
Cool, Martha.
Watching her
Yeah,
at
okay. It's all good.
the actual England national, when you watch her, you literally can't take your eyes. Like, the turns, everything, her decision making. I was literally looking at it. I was full on like fangirling it. It was so good.
So do you not want to play King's Power then?
We say that again? Wait, you both talked at the same time.
Yeah, Richard.
You know what group you're in?
Yeah. Oh, I think so. I think.
Probably one.
No, I don't know actually. Sorry.
You've got Stratford, you've got Magic, you've got Kingsway Power, you've got TTNC Warriors and AP Saints under 14s. Do you feel you're good enough to get into the top 4 of that group to go into the knockouts?
I think we could do it.
Yeah,
I do. Yeah, I think.
I don't know.
We don't know many. We don't know. We haven't really played many of the teams at the under 16.
We played Stratford in the Eastern finals.
I was going to say that we
try our
played them.
best. I'm sure we can at least try to qualify for maybe 4th going up, but it depends. It really just does depend, because we haven't played these teams. It's not even like a year up. It's a whole nother level. Like, we don't know many of these teams at all.
Well, I can't wait to watch you in that environment. I think you're going to do actually.
I think we will, mate.
Actually. Before you go,
oh yes,
I've got something after your victory, because I do love a comeback and I do love a story, and it's a great story. I call it redemption because it was redemption. I've actually created a new award within ENG for you specifically. Do you want to know what it is?
yeah,
No.
yeah.
Martha, it's on you. Do you want to know what this award is?
Martha, just say yeah.
It's
Come
going to
on.
be something to do with the interviews, like the most sassiest or something, isn't it?
No.
Yes.
I'm going to create a Hall of Fame award,
Oh, God.
and Paul Diamonds are going to be the first team integrated into the ENG Hall of Fame.
That's good.
I mean, thank you, but what is this for?
Yeah, what is
It is. No, I'm trying to be nice. Like, it is nice. Like, thank you. Like, that's nice.
Being a prestigious, helping ENG
Being legends.
be a more prestigious company with your kind of engagement in what we're doing, and the success you've had within our business as well. You need to be remembered because you're great. You're a great team. You're great kids, and you deserve to be remembered forever. So,
and getting everyone watching our live stream
And get earnings from it.
Definitely.
Yeah. We'll see you again next week.
Hang on, before they go though.
Oh yeah, next week.
Hang on. Look. See, I care. Look. Now, I want to also point out at this moment in time that I always try and get you obviously lift in the loft. Yes. But somebody with big ears gets in the way.
Lifting what?
Yes, Richard.
Yay!
It's always in front of the camera as well. I'm like, Richard, get out of the way of the camera.
I want to be in a team that does that. Do you know how crazy I'd go if I lifted that trophy up?
Sorry, I turned the sound down. There we go.
Why don't you do it next time? If we win, no, I'm joking. I'm not.
Go on.
If we win next year, you could have your own little shot. We'll save the cannon for you.
Can I come into the next confetti cannon you go into?
If there's a spare one, we can do another one.
And if the confetti is the right colour, Richard.
If it's blue and green, we'll do it.
No, do you know what? I thought Turnford would win, so that's why I've had it gold and silver.
Ooh.
No, do you know this happened the first year we won it, and everyone was so confused why it was their colours.
Yeah, because I remember it was coming down. Turnford were like, "Well, it's our colours," and we were looking at it. We were like, "What?"
Martin,
That's good point.
Martin, there's a conspiracy that I put Pacific colours for teams I think are going to win.
But you did.
No, every confetti cannon is gold and silver.
He
They
does.
changed it to blue and green.
He does do the colours for the team he thinks.
Do you know what? The next national event, not the under-16s one, but the one that you're expected to win at, I will fill it up with blue and green.
No, don't. This is a joke now. Don't.
No. I am going to fill it up with blue and green, and you've now told the netball gods that I could be doing a confetti can with blue and green without you girls in it. So it will be blue and green next time.
Oh, Christ.
Also, wait, we wanted to mention something else. We heard you talking to Grangetown about supporters.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to say Polly came from where we live. She travelled up just to watch everyone play netball, just to learn and to watch.
I know.
See, that's what I mean, though.
With the sign.
She had a banner, yeah.
Yeah, I've got a picture of that. That's quite cool, actually.
Cool, but that's what I'm talking about. You know, you all deserve it. You all deserve to be watched. You know, and that all filled up. You know, stop the live stream. You know, that's the main thing for me, because it
watch then if the live stream doesn't play.
What's that? Sorry.
My grandma can't watch if the
No. But that's what that's really what the live stream's for. I'm not being funny. I love. Me and Richard have watched a game. It was obviously against two teams. It wouldn't be weird if it was only one. Against two teams, it was an amazing game, but there was hardly anybody there watching.
Was it Super League?
No. This is one of the league games.
Oh,
in YNPL.
Went to watch a proper, high up there.
Yes. So me and Richard looked at each other, and we was like, that. The atmosphere weren't really there. So what I'm saying is that you're at, not only have you won the league, yeah, but you're at the championships, yeah, and this is, we all know ENG is massive. We all know it's the best league out there. We all know you get real competitive play, and it's really hard to win it. Martha, don't give me that look. Surely you've just said that earlier.
It is. I was looking at.
Hate is love, Martin. Hate is love. Hate is love.
No, it is. It is one of the best competitions, and especially with COVID.
It's not one of the best. It is the best.
And with COVID, it was so good to have match play, and I'm being serious. It was.
But the whole thing around it is just. It's just. I am Leonardo da Vinci of the netball world.
See, I don't need to be nice and give you compliments, big you up, because you can big yourself up.
He does that enough, doesn't he, Martha? He really he does.
That's a sign of insecurity.
but hang on, going back to this thing though about.
Oh, Martin, we don't care. They're eating their biscuits now.
I was just looking at that.
I don't have any. Lucia needs to share.
Unbelievable.
Martin, we've lost the room now, but girls, we'll see you again next Saturday. Bring your A game. Forget all this. They're under 16s rubbish.
Yeah, bring us biscuits, Lucia.
Yeah, bring us some biscuits next Saturday. We could do with some. But we love you and leave you, girls. Well done on your victory.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Everybody, let us know your comments as well. Don't forget you can comment on all this as well. As always. Sorry, Rich. Trying to click the right button. Can't get it right. There you go.
Okay. Well, they look happy, didn't they?
Mate, yeah.
Do you know what I love about Paul as well?
Go on.
Is that they don't overcommit. Like they won't turn around to you and say, "Yeah,
we've got this.
We're the best. We're number one. What are you going to do about it?" They literally just hold back, and they just give you little snippets of how they're feeling, but they kind of don't want to give too much because they don't want to set themselves up for a fall. Because there has been interviews we've done, and if you look at them leading up to the nationals, there was some kids saying, "No, we're going to win. We're number one," and they ended up not. So, but that would have been me. That would have been me growing up. I would have been that person. I would have said,
"You still are, mate. You still are."
Yeah, I am. So I'm the type of idiot who sets himself up for a fall, and there's nothing wrong with that because when it pays off, you look absolutely like a legend. But
Ronaldo scenario, isn't it?
You've got to back yourself. So, but Paul, they keep it nice and kind of even in terms of what they give. But next week when they come to the under-16s, I I don't want. It's the easy way out of that event is saying they're under 16s. We're not going to win. Blah blah blah. So I think if they come with their A game, why not? Why can't they? Why can't they get into the top 3 or top 4, whatever? But at the same time, they've got a big competition coming up at the end of the month. Their under 14s England netball event, and it's great preparation for them. So if they do well in that event, then there's probably no stopping them at the end of the month.
I don't think there's any stopping them anyway. They're the phenomenal side.
That'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to see if they can take that performance into their England netball one. If they come out number 1. But I said this already. It doesn't matter what happens in that competition at the end of the month. They've proven they're number 1 in the country.
Yeah, definitely.
They've proven it. And if they lose it, people can turn around and say, yeah, you're not number 1. You're only number 1 at ENG. I'm telling you this now. The ENG league is far more pressurized, far more intense, and far more, in terms of its design, is far more harder to win. So you are number 1, Paul. No one ever take that away from you. End of story. But Martin, it's just a mic drop. We love leaving it on a mic drop. This is the last show of the entire year. We'll be back in September.
Can I just jump in? I would like from people, tell me your best bits. Give me a clip, put it on the video. I don't know. We've talked loads in these, loads. So let us know your best bits, and I'll try and create a compilation of best bits by our lovely public, our lovely viewers, our fellow followers. Sorry, buddy.
Oh no! Or
you look amazed there. Like, that's such a good idea.
I'm thinking I could bore everyone with my. Do you know when I come on and start like saying I used to play football? And you're like boring. Then you start talking about gigabytes. We could put a compilation together, whatever you call it, and create like something for people who struggle to sleep and make millions.
There we go. Do you know what? I'm glad Spitting Image isn't really around, because I'm sure they'll have me like on Spitting Image with the go gigabyte man.
Richard failed footballer Tweed.
Bananas.
But we will see you all again in September. Martin, it's been a pleasure, hasn't it?
It has been a pleasure. And, thanks for inviting FBL to be part of the journey as well, as part of the circus. It's all been great fun. Mate, it's been amazing. Definitely a knackering few months. You say it's only 5 days. That's only 5 days for them. But we're covering that through all the leagues. But to live stream it, to see what the live streams come from, let us know in the comments as people, how you see the live stream improve over the course of the year, and the website that's only been going for like less than a year. We were talking about this. So much has happened. It feels so much longer, doesn't it? Yeah. For us to, anyway, especially.
It hasn't even been. It's been 1 year.
Yeah.
Probably it's been 1 year, I would say, in 1 month from when the first league games got underway.
No, this is it. See, I would say no way. Really?
That's a lot to pack in. We've packed a lot in the space of 12 months. So it'd be nice to get a rest now. It'd be nice to reevaluate, focus on what can we improve for next season, get some new teams in. And again, and kind of filter out teams that are trying to pretend to be an elite club. I'm not having teams next season who bring a local league mindset into my elite league. And so it's kind of attracting teams that really understand what the league's about, what they want to get from the league, regardless of where you come 10th to 1st or whatever. You're there for the right reasons, and hopefully next season it will improve again, and we can again captivate the youth netball world and give them a great opportunity to showcase their talent, showcase the great work they're doing, and to shine a light on their amazing work. But Martin, been a pleasure. See you in September.
Have a good one. Don't forget, everybody, click follow, click like, click definitely what is Instagram, all that sort of stuff, because Richard updates quite a lot, especially with the stuff coming up obviously in the new season. You want to get updated to what's going on. There is no doubt about that. So everybody, thank you very much for watching. Once again, put it in the comments, and we look forward to seeing you in the new season. Goodbye, everybody.